and Radical Banner magazine has deployed to Dissident Square, Glasgow. Just stop immigration. No farmers, no food. Fake SNP saltire, SNP care home democide, COVID lies, COVID cover-up, union flag. I won't read this banner out because I don't want a strike. Secure our borders. No to immigration, no to imperialism. No to imperialism, no to immigration. Migrants adored, pensioners ignored. Stop the Labour cover-up, protect our children. And we have the police here today. I'll quickly get the back in. 2 Turkey. 3 James Costello. Ceasefire for all wars. Stasi Scotland, hashtag Enduro Party rule. Secure our borders. Operation Genocide continues. SNP care home democide. COVID lies, COVID cover-up. Giant slayer, never never are. Ceasefires now, protect all races, nations and ethnicities. And the question that we'd like to ask Anis Sarwar, is Scotland too white, Anis? We're going to change that, we're going to take over that. Oh, hello, how are you doing? I don't put faces up. Aye, no worries mate. I've met you before. Is that Radical Banners? And the police were just over it as it was the wee guy Anton. And he was perfectly civil with us. And we were just wanting to know how long we're going to be here. We're losing time. At 1 o'clock to 2:30. Radical Banner parade. Dissident Square, Glasgow. You like the banner? Can I give you a leaflet please? Did you? It's alright mate. There we go. Hiya, how you doing? Nice to see you, welcome to Banner Parade.
I asked somebody a question about immigration, right? He's a socialist. I said, I got a serious question for you.
Right.
I says, you're talking about bringing immigrants in. He went, yeah. To the freedom of speech. So I asked the question. I says, so you're talking about immigration here. You're talking about bringing migrants in. You know, I says, I'm going to ask you a dead serious question. I says,
yes.
I says, do you know that 30% of black males in the UK, working age males, are unemployed? That's not true. I says, that's the government's own figures. I says, so that's that. So why are you bringing more Africans in for Middle East and Africa and places like that? I says, also, if we're paying people benefits because they're not working, why aren't you stopping that?
Yes.
And they went, what? Because it's safe, right, if you don't want to work. I went, well, no, I'm asking you a serious question, right? I'm asking you.
So we've got to keep them, it's their right, so we keep them because it's their right? No.
That was a question I asked. I says, I guess that, see if you've got a shortage of skilled workers or whatever, you need people to get. I says, but when we've already got a whole pile of people who's unemployed, do we just stop the benefits and make them work? Or what do we do? And they had no answer to that. I don't have an answer either, but I think it's a fair question.
Just take that leaflet and enjoy. You'll get the reference on it. We've got an army of joiners on the brew, we've got an army of labourers on the brew. Right, we've got overproduction and things like lumber, steel. Right, so we've got the resources here to build for the benefit of our people, where we need to. Yes, we could.
There's a lack of
We have to take over the Bank of England before we do anything. Can I give you a leaflet? See you later, mate. Thanks for coming to Banner Parade again. Cheers, mate.
stop the Labour cover-up protect our children.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely topical. And then of course we've got the farmers.
That explains all the bad weather.
I can't talk about that because every time I do talk about it I get a strike on YouTube, but these chemtrails are all the time, you know, what are they doing to the skies? Pumping chemicals out and all that. So what are you going to do with your pictures? You just keep taking private? Are you a famous photographer?
I get all the newspapers, all the
Oh, right, okay. Well, banner parade's been took, photos it's been took hundreds of times. Afternoon, how you doing? What do you think about the banner? What one stuck out most for you? Have you saw the other side? You've had a look? Yes, sir. You like them?
Yeah.
You from Yorkshire? Yeah. I like Yorkshire people, they're alright. I've been learning to speak Yorkshire-ish, it's quite difficult, you know. So this is Radical Banner Parade. I don't put faces up, I edit faces out. What was the banner that stuck out the most for you and why?
I think they're all quite decent.
Right. Well, I'll give you a wee leaflet, right? There you go.
Cheers.
You're welcome. Leaflet. Leaflet. Right, mate. It gets quite exciting here sometimes. He's the guy, he's one of the COVID campaigners. He campaigns for the chemtrails and all that. It's not well. I don't comment on his banner and I don't get into bother. So what banner stuck out for you the most and why? Amateur photographer? Yeah, I like taking pictures. Well, make sure you've got a picture of every one of my banners, please. Every one of them. It's important and put it up on all your socials if you can. I know how difficult that can be at times, you know. It's especially with all these wars and all that's going on. No, they've got money to fund wars, they've got money to fund people up in hotels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But they've not got money for us. It's in Yorkshire we have a... Is that my leaflet survey? Right. So on the leaflet you see who they are. In Yorkshire we've got a lot of people, patrioticalternative.org.uk/join. Right, we need people to join. And they're quite a big contingent in Yorkshire actually. We had a demonstration in Leeds recently, last year, and we were also at Hull Prison. Hull, yeah. Is that Lincolnshire or Yorkshire? Yorkshire, North Yorkshire, like East Riding of Yorkshire. East Riding of Yorkshire, yeah. And it was the Free Sam Amelia demonstration. Very well attended. With the usual communists up taking pictures and all that, snooting about, and we get that quite a lot here. But Big Paul seems to scare them away for some reason.
Do you do this all up and down the country then?
No, we just come here and occasionally. I mean, I have had a banner parade at Leeds at the train station before. Yeah, I've got a good response. We just put them up from 1 o'clock to 2:30 every Saturday here. Now we've started giving out wee leaflets and all that, so it's going to change.
Yeah.
But our city's going to the dogs. Really mean that. Look at that car, it's a belter in it. Yeah. We're great to afford to drive one of them. He must be single. He's not married with kids, that's for sure. We get quite a bit of abuse. Stasi Scotland. Right, listen, lovely to meet you. Thank you for coming to Radical Banner magazine.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, mate.
See you later.
Bye bye.
Did you put this up?
Put some of them up, mate.
What's the Scotland flag? What does that say?
It says SNP Care Home Democide. So they've been murdering our old people in homes. What they've been using, I don't put faces up, what they've been using is they've been using midazolam and morphine to kill off our old people. And the two drugs are contraindicated, and what it did is it put the old people into a coma, it suppressed their respiratory system, and it increased the amount of deaths during COVID. So our old people were getting killed off. The UK flags are just because we're British, mate. Or we're Scottish, or we're Welsh, or we're Northern Irish. It's that. We actually fly all the flags to the United Kingdom, like Cornwall flag, other Scotland flag. I've got another saltire to hang up, I just don't have any room for it now. I will be putting it up though. It will be going up. A lot of people say that, but see if I just put the saltire up, they crack up at me. If I put the tricolour up, they crack up at me too. So we change it about every week, mate. We just only put British flags or Irish flags up, that's it. Right, a leaflet. Alright, nice to meet you too. Thank you for coming to Radical Banner Parade. I no bother. There you go. Army with an argument for people coming up to you. I actually want one about your banner. I want a leaflet about that. So see if we could design a leaflet, I can get them printed off pretty cheap. I got 1,000 for 40 quid. 40 quid, I mean, I can't do it every week, but I'm going to do it because I'm no hangman, you know what I mean? No, it's staying away online. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Radical Banner Parade. I'm Richard. How you doing?
Alright.
Can I take a picture of your badges, please?
Of course you can. I'll zoom out and after Labour,
I was in it.
Labour, the flip side.
I was in the SNP meeting and I got uninvited to their meetings. Right, I got uninvited to their meetings because I wrote a letter to Nicola Sturgeon about the PKI.
It's fair, everybody's entitled to the viewing. I'm not going to say it because everybody's entitled.
Well, it's the freedom of speech thing, isn't it? So how do you think the SNP are doing these days, mate? Now that they've got rid of no cola. No cola stuff.
Do you know what? In a way I wish you would come back.
Right. So did you like Nicola?
She was alright, aye. Well, she's from Husband, that's where I'm from, Husband.
Aye. I've met a few folk that's came to Banner Parade that actually like Nicola. But she doesn't like me, so because she didn't like me,
Yeah, I can understand.
she said the police threw my door and they kicked my door in, I got arrested and I got taken to Edinburgh Sheriff Court and I got put in trial for writing a letter complaining to them about Derek Mackay. Right, and I used a word in it that they said was homophobic. Right, I used the P word in the letter, and I know I did. And I also said in the letter that she was going to come under God's judgment, and that was took as a threat. That was took as a threat. So that's the way it kind of panned out. But they found me guilty anyway. Because the minute that you go into the dock in this country, then you're guilty. You're guilty, they've got their mind made up. I got 80 hours community service and I get the jagged nettle treatment, mate. But it was a great experience, I must admit. It was absolutely, the way the restorative justice system worked out, we knew that they were absolutely brand new.
The worrying thing about this, well, look at this country, but with Labour fucked up, Tories are fucked up, giving reform, everything like that, fucking parade and an idiot.
Well, they're another group on the left that's, Nigel's group seems to be gaining support, but they seem to be all over the place on international issues, don't they?
Do you know what? I think that
it's 2055 for Scotland. We will be a hated white minority, and what will diversity be like for us then? And I know that it's SNP policy, but to bring even more and more people in. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Radical Banner magazine. Welcome to Radical Banner magazine. I don't put faces up, I just record voices. Thank you for coming to Banner Parade, sir. We're here every week from 1 o'clock to 2:30. No, he's for the 5G banner. I
was just coming up here just to ask a question.
About that, you would need to speak to the COVID people about that.
The COVID people?
So we've got two groups here. Paul's one of the... Paul here's one of the COVID people. If you speak to them...
Who's that?
That's the guy with the hard hat on.
Right, okay. He's patrolling the area. Okay, fine. My only question
yes, sir.
Completely legitimate for you to
Thank you.
Some of these views, but my only question was how that connects to 5G chemtrails.
Well, no, see, the thing is that, imagine, like, so if you get a newspaper, you'll get a headline on the front page, and then you turn the page and you'll get another issue, then you turn the page and you'll get another issue, then you turn the page and you turn the page. So what we've done is we've deployed a whole magazine of issues for people, because other people can take more than one issue on it at one time. We can take more than one issue on it at one time. We're capable of it.
No, I know.
Did I give you a list?
Well, I'll have to take
there you go, sir. Are you a journalist?
No. I'm just interested. I'd like to take I think I was just asking a question.
Yes, sir.
How the 5G chemtrail thing connects to the wider sort of message.
Right, okay.
That is obviously about immigration and the Labour Party in Westminster, etc. For me, this is a bit of
it's very different.
I understand. That's why I came across.
So what you have to do is take each issue one at a time. Right, take each issue one at a time, right, and then we can talk about it, because it's a magazine. that you're looking at? And can I invite you to come to the other side as well? There's other banners there that it's really important that you see them so that you get the full picture.
Well, no, I don't want to be, you know, I'm more than happy to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be kind of recorded, and also my voice as well after this, you know.
Oh, right,
Can we just not do
not
that?
a problem. Not a problem, right? I'm going to stop recording you, mate, if you don't want recorded. That's not a problem, mate. But thank you for allowing me to interview you here today. Record that, mate. I need to just keep myself right. They're always looking at their banners. They're always looking for an excuse. There they're pulling in. So thank you for coming to Banner Parade. Look, the reference up. I'm recording at the moment because I've got the police there. Right, so see you later, mate. Thank you. How you doing? All right. Here a leaflet for you, big stuff. There you go. So see you've came to Radical Banner Parade today. What banner stuck out the most for you and why?
Stop immigration.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's a very good banner, isn't it?
Aye.
Aye, I like that one. But
Migrants ignored, adopted, pensioners ignored.
right, okay.
The Labour government for children is actually
It's absolutely terrible. It's the paedophile defence party, the Labour Party, isn't it?
That's it.
Grooming gang
Fund all
defence
these
party.
foreign countries, but they don't fund their own.
Aye,
Grooming
3
gangs.
billion a year for that Ukraine war. It's got absolutely nothing to do with us.
A fucking disgrace.
But we're here every Saturday from 1 o'clock to 2:30.
It's a good thing you're doing.
They're a good, they're a reference on that leaflet. Please keep it close to you and have a look at it.
Oh, dear. Can I get another one? My dad, he's in
Yes, you can. What about one for your best mate? One for your best mate, come on.
One for my dad, he's always doing in London for parades, and
Right.
he was doing in Telford for the Tommy Robinson film.
Oh, right, okay, right. Right, well, we've still get somebody came up with a Tommy Robinson banner before, we just let them put it up, mate. I say, we've not got a problem with folk bringing a banner to parade, even if we don't agree with what they're saying. I say, we've always got the other side, we can actually deploy to both sides of the square, but we don't want to be too greedy. This is our usual pitch here.
He's had them in Clydebank a few weeks ago, didn't he?
Yes.
That's where I'm from, Clydebank.
Yes, well, we're at Clydebank on a Wednesday from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And we call it the Never Mind the Bollox Court. And what we're doing at the Bollox Court is we're taking statements off of people. We don't put faces up, we just put voices up.
Listen, it's a good thing you're doing.
Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for your support. We're here every Saturday from 1 o'clock to 2:30. And this week we have a wee leaflet to give out. But look, the Polish are there, we don't want them.
I make no
Here, take one off for your big buddy. There you go, bud. Thank you, mate. Do you like the banners?
Presenting yourself.
Do you like the banners? Do you like the banners, mate?
This is our
Yeah, I like the middle one.
The middle one. Alright, okay. Why do you like it?
I'll be honest, I think it's
And
funny.
this is your arm.
Right, okay. That's alright.
Why does
That's
it
alright,
go?
you're entitled to
We
find
didn't come
that.
here to
Alright.
fight for them.
We've got the police. Alright, mate, cheers. Good afternoon. Can I give you a leaflet?
Too many.
Afternoon, ladies. Do you like the banners? Good afternoon. I noticed that you've stopped at Radical Banner magazine today.
Sons of Scotland.
What banner stood out the most for you and why?
I am William Wallace. William Wallace is 7 feet tall.
Thank you.
Yes, I've heard. Kills men
You
by
want to
the
take the
hundred.
banners down? Well, we're taking them down at 2:30. We've got the police sitting
Consume
up
the
there.
English with fireballs from the side. Balls of light.
Aye. Everything's lawful and legal.
I am William Wallace.
What about the farmers? You like the but have a look at the other side of that. Have a look. We want to protect all races, nations and ethnicities.
Here in defiance of tyranny.
Have a look at the other side of the banner.
You've come to fight as 3 men.
We're only wanting to start a conversation, but
3 men you are.
have a look at the other side of
What
the
will you
farmers
do,
banner.
lad?
It's
Freedom.
important. Take a picture of it. It's
Will you
important.
fight
Protect all races, nations and ethnicities.
against that? No. We will run.
No bother.
We will live. Aye. Fight.
Just walking about in public.
Run. You'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds.
She's on the phone to the
Many
police,
years
mate.
from now,
Suspicious English.
She's on the phone to the police.
to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance.
Keep the circle
just
treatment
one
going, Paul.
chance To come back
I know, I've seen it.
and tell our enemies that they may
Stop
take
the
our
Labour
lives,
cover up, protect our
but
children!
they'll never take our freedom!
Radical banners is doing well, lady. A lot of hostile people. And a few friendlies. That young lady was quite hostile to us. She doesn't like the banner, she wants to take them down. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Radical Banner magazine. It really is. I met you last week, didn't I? You're the man from East Kilbride.
No.
I'm sure I was speaking to you.
A long time ago. I haven't been in the town for 6 weeks.
Alright, okay. Is it as long as that?
I just take a wee
I'm
walk.
going to have a wee leaflet for you. Have a good look at that. Have a good read at it, mate.
I'll read it.
Yes.
The countries in the West, I think.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it, mate? I'm just recording your voice. I don't record faces, mate.
Tell me, what did you work at?
I'm a transport manager, mate.
You are or where?
I am.
Who with?
Nowhere transport. Aye. Hell lorries. You were on a bike. You used to own an engineering company at Carntine. Yes, I remember interviewing you before. That was an excellent interview you gave me. So how are you keeping?
Terrible with this cold.
Really, you've got the cold.
I've had it at the hospital.
Keep drinking plenty of fluids. Sit yourself up, clear your chest.
I was actually I was in hospital down in Newcastle.
Yes.
Yeah. With my son and his wife are consultants, and they took me to hospital.
Right, okay. Well, at least you made it back out, because a lot of people don't make it back out.
Come away, give me peace. It's not that bad.
It really is. Good afternoon.
Anyway, it's a pleasure seeing you again.
Lovely seeing you too, sir.
Take care.
Well, leaflet, mate. Right, mate. Good afternoon. Welcome to Radical Banner magazine. What banner stuck out the most for you?
Find me sitting at this table.
Alright, mate. I've got the whole video interaction with that lassie that's now complaining to the police. The police know that we're here.
Friend Madani tells us stories.
She's something, isn't she?
Things long gone.
I got that impression she wasn't from Glasgow, put it that way. She's not for the tune,
We
mate.
may take a glass together. Whiskey makes it all so clear.
Hold on, I'm going to need to let Teresa know. Teresa! Teresa, Angela!
Feel so near to the howling of the winds. Feel so near to the crashing of the waves. Feel so
She's
near.
That lassie's are complaining at the police about us. She's over complaining. Good afternoon, sir. She came up to say, well, I've got it in video. I've videoed the whole interaction. She wasn't comfy with me following her about, but she was looking at my banner, threatening to take them down, you know. Aye. So see if you do, you can just go over it. Aye.
Might all falling, all falling. Distance to the spirits of the living. Distance to the spirits of the dead. And as he turned, his eyes were shining. He proudly said, feel so near.
It's been an interesting banner parade today. Just had a lady complaining at the police, but she's now left. And we've seen with a lot of families walking by now. And this is the leaflet that we're giving out today. White Britons to be a minority by the 2060s or sooner. White Britons are already a minority in London, and according to Oxford professor and population expert David Coleman, due to the falling white birth rates and mass immigration, White Britons will be a minority in Britain as a whole by the 2060s. And on the back of this leaflet we have, white Britons are already a minority in London. White Britons make up just 66% of pupils at primary schools in England, and white British births make up just 59% of births, again in England. It's clear that if these trends continue, white people will become a minority in Britain. Britain's population has expanded rapidly over the last few decades, and the number of migrants coming into Britain has increased under the Conservative government and also the subsequent Labour government. In 2022, over 1.1 million visas were granted to non-UK residents, with an additional 45,000 illegal immigrants crossing the Channel in order to take advantage of Britain's generous benefit system. This rapid expansion of the migrant population not only brings white Britons ever closer to becoming a minority, but also has a number of negative effects on our everyday lives. Britons are left stuck in traffic every morning as our roads are gridlocked, meaning it takes longer to get to work. Commuters are left standing in buses and trains as public transport cannot cope with the rising population. Doctor surgeries are overcrowded with people who cannot speak English. Same can be said about dentists. The NHS is crippled by health tourists, meaning that British patients must wait even longer for an operation. Social housing waiting lists means young people often have to wait years for a council house or face the prospect of paying extortionate rents as our beautiful countryside is destroyed and the race to build up new houses. But the cost of living rises, jobs disappear and mass immigration forces wages down. Immigration is not enriching Britain, it is making life worse for the vast majority of people. But it isn't just about waiting lists and the rising prices. Mass immigration has an effect on our culture, our ways of life and even our safety. If you want to see an end to mass immigration, join like-minded people, like-minded patriotic people, and help make a difference. patrioticalternative.org.uk. Join the PA. Join PA. Get your PA card. And we're here today just quietly interviewing people that see that stop and take the time to stop and look at Radical Banner magazine. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Banner Parade. I record voices, I don't record faces.
I don't want to be recorded.
That's alright, no worries. No worries. Can I give you a leaflet?
Sure.
There you go, thank you.
Great.
What banner stuck out the most for you?
All of them.
All of them, right, yeah. No bother. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Banner Parade. Welcome to Radical Banner magazine. We're here every Saturday from 1 o'clock to 2:30.
Oh, right, I've just never seen it, but I usually don't go down this early.
Right. So, aye, an interesting day today we're having today. There's a leaflet for you.
What's it about?
It's about, well, this one's about immigration, sir.
Oh, right. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Alright, no worries, mate.
What's wrong with immigration then?
Well, we think it's putting too much pressure on our country and it's designed to make all our public services crash. You can't get a dental appointment, you can't get a doctor's appointment. Housing, social housing for our peoples. We're waiting in lists. There's actually separate lists for Ukrainians and things like that.
Because it's been underfunded?
Well, you may have a point there. You may have a point. You may have a point.
Well, that's it. We've been asking people that's been underfunding it, you know.
Well, I think that if we put a stop to it and then see where we go from there and take control of our borders, because our borders are open and there are people stabbing their children on the streets.
That's been happening for fucking since I was a wee boy.
Aye, but it seems to be a higher incidence of people that aren't from Scotland or aren't from the United Kingdom that's doing these stabbing attacks. Like, for example, Waxel Rudabacambana that stabbed 3 children down at Southport. I mean, that's only a 3-hour drive away from here.
I will.
What's this?
I'll see you anyway.
Right, mate, thank you. People stop just to stare and then they just walk away. Somebody else with a camera with a zoom lens. It's quite often that we get this. Do you like the Pistols? I like the Pistols, my favourite band, mate. Lovely to see you, I'm Richard.
Are these your flags?
Aye, mate. No bother. No bother. I got on alright with the anarchists, mate. So have you seen the Pistols yet? Aye, I like Johnny Rotten, he's alright. Pity what they done to Sid Vicious in it, but they murdered him. He got murdered, mate. They overdosed him deliberately. Sid Vicious, and I'll tell you what, he didn't kill Nancy Spungen either. He never killed her. That was terrible what they done to Sid Vicious. But Glenn Matlock's back with him, so Steve Jones is still on the road. What's your favourite pistol song? Mine's is Pretty Vacant, and I like Anarchy for the UK, and I like God Save the Queen. I actually like them all. It was you know the song I went and done pistols in? It was a Who song, Substitute. And what happened is the Pistols covered it, and the people for the Who, was it Roger Daltrey? They went and sued them for copyright, and that put Malcolm McLaren and the Pistols right out of the game. And that's when they started up Public Image. Public Image, you got what you wanted. Sorry. Well, we fly all the British and Irish flags here, mate. Why? Because it's sometimes it gets people over the top, other times it gets people over to crack up. But we change them about every week. Like next week we'll have a tricolour up with a saltire and a rampant line. Sometimes we put a Cornwall flag up, sometimes we put a Lanarkshire flag up. We put them all up, mate.
What's the just stop immigration?
Well, what it is we want to start a conversation, because we know that the answer lies somewhere in between. We feel that we want to start a conversation about this because our children are getting stabbed in the streets. Well, that actual route with the Carabana was the British. Well, we want to stop it all and then we can see where we're going through there. Well, how's that? How'd you get that? But these buildings all in this square was all built by Scottish people, and it was all raised with public taxes for Scottish people.
It's not just these buildings in the city.
Are you saying that they were built with slavery?
Glasgow was built on immigrants, like mainly Irish.
Well, it was internal displacement at the time, mate. That was internal displacement.
But what about the people that are being displaced?
And the famine wasn't just in Ireland, it was here as well.
But what about people that are being displaced by wars we've started?
Our ruling class are responsible for a lot. They've turned our Union Jack into the butty's apron, mate. Right, that's what they've done to us, and the ruling class absolutely hate us. So we need to. The reason is that we need to start talking about who owns the Bank of England.
It's not partially scapegoating immigrants as opposed to.
It's not scapegoating, mate. It's only starting a conversation.
It's the class that are wanting you to not like immigrants and to disagree with.
I say, well, I certainly. Well, see if you have a look at the other side of the banners. What we're saying is, we want to protect all races, nations and ethnicities. We want to protect all races, nations and ethnicities.
Do you think it's a brown immigrant problem if there's people getting stabbed in the streets? Like, do you think it's a non-white immigrant problem?
The reason Glasgow was the capital was because all the gangs.
But the Glasgow gangs, but who was leading up the Glasgow gangs? Who was it? Who was it? No, get it right. The people. We need to talk about. But we need to talk about who it was that was riling it up. Same with the Red Clydesiders. Who was it that was behind the riling and all that up at the time? Right, it's that special group that we can't mention.
What is that?
The reason that we can't mention it is because we're seen as being anti-Semitic if we do.
I don't think that's the case. So, there's enough problems to blame the government, but you can't just say they're Zionists or something. I hate Zionists equally. But I don't think.
Why do you hate Zionists, if you don't mind me asking?
I hate Zionists because they displace people.
Right. So are you an anarchist?
Yeah.
Right, so what about Buhern, right? Look at what happened with Buhern. He got done in, right, and he went into the Kerensky's government in Russia in 1905. The anarchists actually joined the government and then they actually got murdered. Right, so it's like
I don't understand your point.
Well the point is, if we have a state of anarchy, then that's a state of open borders.
Yeah, okay, but you're saying just stop immigration, but you want no open borders.
I'm saying stop immigration and let's have a conversation about it. We're only wanting to start a conversation, and that's it. We're only wanting a conversation.
Stop immigration.
It's a peaceful protest, and we're into punk rock as well. It's actually it's the Never Mind the Bollox campaign that this is.
But do you really think that there's some Jewish New World Order that's
I think if we look at companies like BlackRock, if we look at who owns the Bank of England, if we look at who owns the Federal Reserve in United States of America, you'll find that the Jewish group are overrepresented. That being the point, they're owning it. So I'm saying, well, let's take the wealth off of them. Let's take that wealth off of them and put it to the use for our people. And we're also saying, we're also saying sort these people's countries out that are just flooding into our country. We need to make our country a safe place for them to live. Because we want to protect all races, nations and ethnicities, mate.
I would say you've got a somewhat anti-Semitic agenda, and to say that, you've also got to acknowledge the fact that people, that you respect that flag, right? What about all the conflation between Zionists and British government rulers? And what about the connections between them? So when you see like people who are in charge in the UK,
like Starmer, for example.
But they're given Israeli immunity to Netanyahu, for example.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Nathan Nutjob, we call him.
Yeah.
We call him Nathan Nutjob, but what they've done to the Gaza people's terrible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous, and they should. And if you look at the other side, we were calling for a ceasefire before the commies and all that were calling for ceasefires.
I really doubt that.
No, we were, mate. We were on the square first, mate.
There's a difference between being anti-Zionist and anti-Semitic, and I wouldn't call myself anti-Semitic at all.
Right. Have you read the Torah? Have you read it? Well, I've read the Torah. I've studied it quite extensively, mate.
Okay.
Right. And
so you're saying that's you're.
We're wanting to start a conversation.
And what would that conversation entail?
Well, the conversation that we're having now, what I want to do, come to the other side and have a look at the other side if you don't mind.
Right.
If that's okay. So have a look at everything that they say. Because it's a radical banner magazine. These banners haven't been seen on the city for 100 years. 100 years. Alright? Now, what's it like when you go to the doctors, or what's it like when you go to accident and emergency?
It's jam-packed because the government doesn't fund the NHS enough.
Well, you might have a point there, but it's also jam-packed with people that aren't from Scotland.
Well, do you know what's also jam-packed with people who aren't from Scotland? All the doctors and nurses.
Exactly. Yeah, well, okay, but I'm quite sure that we could train our own doctors and nurses up. How can we not get these places for our people?
I mean, would you rather have a highly trained doctor for like fucking Africa, or would you rather have like a less trained doctor from Scotland?
I think Glasgow University does put on a good course for the medical students, and I think that the University of Strathclyde puts on a good course for the nursing, and same with the Caledonian University. So these places have it. It's all about bums and seats, mate. And if you look at the bums and seats and people that are applying for it, a lot of Scottish people have been turned down. And the reason that they've been turned down is because the preference is given to people that aren't from Scotland for some reason.
Yeah, because they're like less trained, maybe.
Well, when they're applying to go and get training, I'm saying that they're applying to go and get training. Are you a student yourself? You're not a student. Have you been through the university? Right, okay. Well, it's still an option for you because you're young enough. And don't ever give up on your love for the pistols, mate.
Then we should go and join that.
Where is he?
He says they're coming into Buchanan.
Right.
Oh, pretty, yeah.
My dad's an immigrant. I wouldn't be here if he didn't come here to try have a...
Where did your dad come from?
Ireland.
Right, okay. Internal displacement. They're our cousins, the Irish people. I've got Irish people in my background as well. My granny and granddad are Irish.
And his dad was an immigrant as well from America.
Well, they get displaced. My great-great-granny got displaced, and granddad got displaced from Ireland because of the famine. But they found when they came over here, when they were working in the canals, building them, that there was a famine over here as well.
And what was that caused by?
It was caused by the potato blight was caused by they didn't have the crop rotation right. First of all,
there was no famine. It was the English
deliberately organised
yeah.
by the ruling class at the time. It was deliberately organised. It was a genocide at the time. And now what we're saying that the genocide today is done through these mRNA jags. We're saying that there's care home democide. We're saying that people have been deliberately put down in their care homes when they've been giving them things like midazolam and morphine. And these two drugs are contraindicated to each other because it depresses the respiratory system. And these mRNA vaccines, what it's actually doing is telling the body to replicate proteins it's building up. And they're actually building up in arteries, causing blood clots, causing strokes. I mean, there are people as young as 30, 27, having blood clots in their lungs and all that. When did you ever hear of that? Because when I was your age, we never heard of it. It just didn't happen.
Are you on about vaccines?
Yeah, we're speaking about mRNA vaccines.
Back in the day when you died of them things, and the vaccines, the amount of people that vaccines save is such a majority compared to the amount of people that vaccines.
But we're talking about mRNA vaccines, mate. We're talking about mRNA vaccines. I think it's maybe morally wrong that we're putting aborted fetus cells into other people's bodies and things like that. Monkey kidney, dog kidney and all that to try and get an immune response.
That's not how vaccines are created.
But the thing is, that's what they're putting in with vaccines.
But
that's what
my brother-in-law, he works in creating vaccines, and I can guarantee you the majority of what's in a vaccine is just displaced viruses. So they take apart the viruses, take elements of it. That's what a vaccine is.
The messenger ribonucleic acid. They're taking that and that's reproducing. That goes into every cell of our body and it reproduces, and it's causing aggressive cancers in some people as well. So according to the government statistics, right, see the yellow card reporting system, only 6% of the people that's been reported these injuries have actually came forward. So right now, to date, there's 2,225 people actually died as a result of taking these vaccines. I'm referring to the COVID vaccines actually at the moment.
So would you say that that's...
So there are a higher incidence. So if you go round about the square and you speak to people and you say, do you know anybody that took that jag? They'll say, oh well, I've had one jag and I've never been right since, or I've had two and I've never been right since, you know.
There's also a lot of people who've caught COVID who've not been right since, so...
Okay, but the people that didn't take the vaccine that I've spoke to are quite glad that they didn't take it, because the people that did take it have actually been injured. But we're calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. We're saying that this genocide that's been done to the Palestinian people should stop. And if we don't get off our arse, we, the British people, the Scots, we're going to be the next Palestinians. And then you've got the rise of Islam and religions like that and all that. I mean, I don't think that should be happening either. But I mean, it's too controversial to put that up, isn't it?
Well, you've got just stop immigration. I think that's controversial enough.
Well, it's to start a conversation, because obviously we know that the answer lies somewhere in between. It lies somewhere in between.
But that's a pretty definite statement to just stop it.
So you've got two sides of the polemic, haven't you? So that's only one side of the polemic. Then you've got the other side of the polemic that says, oh, well, bring them in, let them all in. And what it's doing is it's putting the public services under too much pressure. And what it's doing is it's discriminating against us through positive discrimination. We're actually being discriminated against for like council house tenancies and things like that. So what we're saying is we want to start a conversation about it to see where our country's going, and no other reason. And I think that the Pistols music should be compulsory in our schools. It should be compulsory. Well, there you go. See, we've got some common ground. Well, thanks very much for coming to Banner Parade. I like it when people come and argue their point with me, I really do. Especially you. You were the best out of the lot of them. Aye. I don't put faces up, mate. I just put voices up. Alright, well, I'll see you later. Have a good day, right? Thanks for coming. Aye, the Dead Kennedys, they're a brilliant band. Oh, yeah! Seen him before?
It's proper Saudi.
Ah.
Yeah, they're using black guys now.
Maybe stick your shoes on. Like the radical banners? Do you like the radical banners?
Yes, absolutely brilliant.
They're a wee leaflet for you, buddy.
Cheers, pal.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What banner stuck out the most for you and why?
I would rather see a Rangers man that says, but honestly God, migrants adored, pensioners ignored.
Well, see the way that's coloured in. We've got the green side of the migrants for the Tims, and we've got the orange side for the Rangers.
Aye.
So we've got Rangers and Celtic supporters that come and support us, mate.
Well, I hope so. Celtic supporters kind of fucking stop this shite that's going on. You know what I mean? I'm a Rangers man, don't get me wrong, but it's doing a good job. Keep it up.
Thank you very much for your support.
Fucking Palestine cunts down there. You know what I mean? Where the fuck do you think they are?
It's like
what I mean?
But well, we're actually calling for ceasefires for all the wars.
Of course we are.
Because if they keep this going, there are more of them going to come in, and it's
exactly.
just wrecking our country.
Exactly, it's fucking ruined it.
Cheers, mate.
All the best.
All the best to you too. Thank you for that. Maybe. It's Chinese New Year, isn't it? Aye, this week. A leaflet. You like a leaflet, sir? No bother, mate, thank you. Well, Radical Banners has done well today. We got rid of a few leaflets as well. I'm quite happy with that. People just stare and then they go about their daily business. And these Radical Banners are burning into their minds through their visual cortex. They can't help but read them because they're human beings. Well, have a look at the banners. Did you like them? What banner stuck out the most for you and why? I don't put faces up. Got a wee leaflet for you. It's absolutely terrible what's happening to our country.
Exactly, but no cunts bothering about it, are they?
No, we've had a few hostile people just coming up.
We're letting it happening, we're all letting it happening.
Yeah.
So it is. Definitely.
If we don't get off our arses, we're going to be a hated white minority in Scotland by 2055. 2066 or sooner, and the UK as a whole.
100%. Worked all the days of our life at first.
Most of the people walking by don't come for here.
So it is. I know, but we know
they
that.
Don't come for here.
So it is.
Big Paul, he's convinced it's Saudi intelligence.
Aye.
That's controlling them, aye.
My boy hates it, doesn't he? What will you? Well, fucking hates it, man.
So what he's up to in the city today? He's going anywhere nice?
Oh yes, it's my birthday, so we're going out to celebrate.
Right, okay. Celebrating the birthday.
Celebrating, he's a pensioner now as well.
Alright, okay, well it's something to celebrate. You made it to here. You made it to here.
Before we go fuck off.
Aye, we got nothing.
How does days into a pension?
Aye, you can't get a doctor's appointment.
No, we're alright with the doctors. We can't really moan at her now, she's been alright with us, but he paid into pension all his life.
Aye.
And they didn't tell him if he died tomorrow. I don't get his pension.
That's bloody terrible, isn't it? You can I know that you can transfer your pensions.
Just started doing it.
I know that you can transfer it.
It's not a great pension, but it's fucking something, isn't it?
Take it and spend it on the living, mate.
100%. There should be more people out here with you.
There'll be quite a few people sitting about watching us that are ways.
Fantastic. Just don't mind, that's it.
We want to just start a conversation, really.
They're entitled to nothing.
That's all it is. It's just a conversation.
I'll work with them, I do them.
Thank you.
They bother.
Nice to meet you. Enjoy your leaflet, mate.
Thanks.
Afternoon. How you doing, sir? I noticed that you're looking at Radical Banners. Have you seen the other side of them as well? We're calling for a ceasefire and all the wars. It's important to read the other side if you can. What one stuck out the most for you and why?
This side's giving me a headache.
Right, okay. What one? That's you need to speak to Paul about that. I don't comment on that because every time I do comment I get a strike on YouTube. You can't say that on YouTube. Saw that Mark Steele stuff. No, I think you're ruined, mate. We're not the Flat Earth Society, no.
But it's the same kind of truth. There's no truth to it. I don't know how a radio wave that's transmitted from an antenna can give you an illness which is infected through your body via infection.
I don't subscribe to that banner, mate. You need to speak to him about that. You need to speak to him about that. I'm saying that we're listening to you for everything. It's always job last, mate. Job last for a house, job last for a doctor's appointment, job last for a job. Everything's been casualised, all our labour. You've got to go and work with agencies and all that. And they've got a preference for people that aren't Scottish. And what we're saying is by the year 2055 in Scotland, we are going to be a hated racial minority. What will diversity be like then? We're only wanting to start a conversation. Because we know that there are two sides to the argument, and we know also that the solution lies somewhere in between.
I think the solution is everybody going with their businesses or trying to act as if the world's against it. So
We already know there's enough fighting and enough war in it. I think just leave it alone.
Yeah, we need to stop all the wars, mate. Absolutely.
The more we talk about it, the more radicalism gets grown. That's how radicalism is formed. The more it talks, it's Chinese whispers.
Well, this is Radical Banner magazine. These Radical Banners haven't been seen in George Square for 100 years. And we've been here now for 3 years. 3 years, and then before that we were here just with flags and things like that for 2012. Moving forward for the independence vote that I think get rigged. They get rigged. I don't.
Farms actually don't really produce nearly enough to keep up with competitive farms and everything else. I could rattle on.
No, keep going, mate. Have your opinions valued and welcome.
So the idea of being independent.
But I think what we've got to do is not only do we need to start a conversation, but we need to take control of the Bank of England, because we're not going to get anything done until we control the Bank of England.
That's England.
But the thing is that who owns the bank? It's the same people that's on the boards of directors of all these banks, and there are a certain group that's over-represented on them. We need to take control of the banks and the financial institutions and our borders so that we can get something done, and until we do that, I think that our country's going to the dogs. What are you studying? I see you've got a student. Artist, right, okay. What do you think of the tractor one? The tractor banner? I mean, I don't know much about art. I would like to crack to be able to do a banner right that just really, really jumps out at you.
The colour matching's not that good, and
yeah, okay. They only used to paint that was to hand, but these are actually, see the awnings that goes in shops. That's the awnings that goes in shops that these are made out of. All different kinds. They're all recycled and reused. Recycling at George Square, mate. Well, thanks very much for coming to Radical Banner Parade, and thanks very much for your opinion. It's very valued. Alright? I don't put faces up. Alright, mate, no bother. Thank you. White minority, 2066 in the United Kingdom as a whole. And we're campaigning against it. Thank you, sir. Come on, man, young man. There you go, boys. Alright, mate. How you doing? Alright? What banner stuck out the most for you and why?
5G.
The 5G. You need to speak to that man about that. He can tell you about the 5G, sir. Aye.
5G chemtrails. What's the story behind the 5G and chemicals and COVID-19 and
No, the big man will tell you the story, mate.
5G is the new mobile phone network. You believe that? Yes. You believe 5G is bad? Yes. It's actually a weapon. Why is 5G bad? It's a weapon that can transfer frequencies onto people, and it also heats particles that are sprayed from aeroplanes, which people are breathing in and dying from. Why is 5G bad and 4G not bad? You use 4G? You have 4G?
I said, I don't comment on that banner, mate. You need to speak to him about that. I'll comment on the other banners, mate.
Good either, but 5G is...
the more frequencies and the more radiation that we're exposed to. If you stand next to an antenna, right, see if you stand next to an antenna, it burns you, mate. And if you get a 5G antenna in your house, it tells you in the instructions, don't sit 20 centimetres close to it, because if you sit too close to it, something bad happens to you. So they actually warn you not to sit to any radio antenna.
So why don't you trust the experts that they can do something good for you?
But these
but for 4G, you use your phone, you use 3G, you use 2G.
Yeah.
What is it about 5G now that you cannot trust the experts?
Yeah, because see, all these the wave bands that's been used, I think that's what he's arguing about, mate. It's, the wave bands, the more radiation that we're exposed to interferes with us in some way. I don't know enough about that particular banner, mate, you know.
So these are not, you're not speaking out of knowledge, you're speaking out of what people tell you.
No, I don't comment on the 5G banner at all.
Okay.
I don't make any comment. I can comment on the other banners, but if you want.
Okay. No farmers, no food.
That makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, just look what happened to Zimbabwe. Look what's happened in South Africa. Look what's happened in Tanzania, or these places where the farmers that were there have all been executed, or being executed, like in South Africa. White farmers have been put to death. They're saying kill the Boer. and things like that. And the thing is that now people in South Africa are saying, well, if you want to buy chicken, you have to go to the shop to buy chicken, but you have to grow the chicken on the farm. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Right.
And it's the same here what they're doing with the farmers. They want to stop our farmland for producing food, right? So that means that we're going to have real problems with feeding our nation.
Yeah, I quite agree with this. Because
Yes.
I was in London in November.
Yeah.
So when I see all the farmers coming to protest against the Prime Minister.
Yes.
They need to put more tax now when you want to transfer property.
Yes,
farmland.
that's right, mate.
So which is quite bad.
Yes, because it's like having a big boulder round their neck, and they're just starting off, and they've worked in the farm all their lives, inheriting it off their parents, and then it's very easy to get £1 million worth of plant and machinery, isn't it?
No, this is bad.
Yes, again.
Nice talking with you.
Nice to meet you too.
Bye.
See you later, mate.
So do you know how hard these people have got it?
How's it going, mate? There'll be a leaflet for you.
No.
How you keep...
immigration, no, we're going for a fight here, mate.
Forward to
No, stop immigration.
Well, we're only about to start a conversation. We've had the Polish doing. Aye, they're at us all the time. It's
not a bigot, mate, or a fucking racist.
No, we want to protect all races, nations and ethnicities. But we want to put Scottish people first.
Aye.
We want to be first in the queue for a house. We want to be first. I don't put faces up, right? We want to be first in the queue for a house. We want to be first in the queue for the doctors. You know.
My summit. See the translation. 92 quid. It costs for them to come in with the doctor, and they don't even turn up for their appointments. But they're obviously booked an interpreter.
Aye.
Who pays that money?
It's us. It's coming out of our pockets. They're absolutely taxing us to death. And the thing is that our taxes has been squandered in foreign wars.
And yet our own people can't put the fucking fire on.
Aye, now listen, they fighting now, you two, right? See you later. Oh, you're allowed a difference of opinion. You only want to start a conversation.
Of course.
Thanks very much for coming to Radical Banners.
Waiting so much
Foxtrot Lima 69 uniform whiskey papa, and they're just up playing foreign music and playing it loud, trying to intimidate us, and we're not bothering our arse with them. Free James Costello, right, turn there the other side. Remigration, we want remigration. Send them back, deport not support.
So silent to watch across the endless sea, so calm, so violent. Is this the dawning truth we see? Listen how the winds are due to change. Look at how the tide it turns again. They're following another time. They're following another time. It's beautiful, Lord, and these ties cannot hold it. They're following another time. They're following another time. It's beautiful, Lord, and these ties cannot hold it. They're following another time. Tonight the music seems so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. We'd hurt each other with the things we want to say.